anyone here at the Women's March tell me what a woman is? How about you tell me what a woman is and I'll put a mask on? Sir, tell me what a woman is and I'll put a mask on.
Do you think it's okay to just come and show up?
I just wanted to know. I came all this way to know what.
You don't think it's okay?
For a fair question, I just wanted to know what is a woman.
And you're not going to find out.
This is Matt Walsh. He wants to know what a woman is, except that he doesn't, because he already knows, because he's looked in the dictionary. The answer's simple. The answer is science. The documentary is simple. It's bad science. Bad science is when you decide the outcome, then decide what the experiment's going to be. It's this strange sort of self-fulfilling prophecy trait that the worst on the right have. You know, like when Tommy Robinson proved that the BBC were going to stitch him up in an interview by not doing the interview.
We invited you for an interview today. Yep. You haven't given us an interview.
No, I haven't. I've exposed you.
And Matt Walsh is definitely the worst of the right. Just look how hard he is.
Originally going to release What is a Woman in May, we realized that Pride Month starts in June. And so there's this great trolling opportunity there.
Ooh, so hard. But you know, Michael Moore's been demanding answers in a privileged rage for the past 30 years and, you know, throwing gotcha questions at dumbbells to bolster his narrative, so why not let someone else have a go?
My first question, do you think it's a little dangerous hanging out guns in a bank?
By the way, I rewatched Bowling for Columbine after this talk, and this scene was just cracking me up. Charlton Heston storming out of this interview looking like he's just shat himself. Where's he going? They're in his house.
Mr. Heston, just one more thing.
Anyway, the Conservatives want to fight a culture war. That's cool. At least the Daily Wire are actually fighting it with culture. Unlike Lawrence Fox, who left behind his acting career to become Mayor of London. Which tube does he think is broadcasting culture to the masses? This one. Anyway, it's good to have a variety of voices out there, even if Letterboxd don't want you to review them. More on those arseholes later. So Matt just sort of idles around the place looking smug and asking this difficult question for which he'll only accept one answer for. And if you can't accept that answer, then you're obviously mentally defective unless you're Jordan Peterson.
What is a woman?
Marry one and find out.
Oh, Jordan. Oh, Jordy. Oh, Jordy, you give me every answer you want, Jordy. Oh.
Up yours.
And we learn nothing for the most part. Yes, there are simpletons out there.
Does a chicken cry?
Well,
Does a chicken commit suicide?
Yes, language is complex.
Are you a cat?
Yes, you can use it to dumbfound people. But much like Michael Moore's film, there are moments where the ego steps aside for a bit and people are actually allowed to talk without being snacked at.
Kinsey was a...
Nuts! We learn a bit of history on the subject, there's a bit of food for thought there, and I do actually agree with him on some points. Like, language is important, it does evolve, but I don't think there's any need for any objective truth because that's bollocks, there's no such thing. We can only experience the world through our own senses, and science can't even prove what that means, so there is no objective truth, but there's an accepted truth. We have to have an accepted truth. If that accepted truth moves, we all have to agree with it, otherwise it hasn't actually moved, it's just turned to mush. But also, like Michael Moore's films, the parts that are supposed to be taken seriously are so surrounded by bias and sort of smug irreverence that it's hard to take them seriously without further reading, which I hope people do on all sides. So, like I said, it's good that the Daily Wire exists and they are offering alternative thoughts to the mainstream. I wish they could find some better talent to do it though. You know, say what you like about Michael Moore, but he knows how to construct a documentary. Some of this is just poor, like these bizarre sections that are like they're shot well, but they're so poorly constructed because they're relying entirely on irony and postmodernism, and I thought the Conservatives hated that shit. I mean, they should do, it's terrible. But here they are using it.
You need to understand postmodernism because that's what you're up against.
But anyway, I'm sure they can find some better talent out there. According to Shapiro's book, there's millions of Conservatives that have been shunned by Hollywood. Though I only remember him really talking about Murdoch from A-Team.
Well, they don't let crazy people vote.
So what is a woman? It's worth a watch as an intro to a complex subject. I wouldn't take it as a truth as such. So, but then I don't really accept anything political on face value because I'm more than aware of how easy it is to manipulate anything to put a story together. I did once make a Adam Curtis parody that no one's noticed is a parody yet. Anyway, it's worth a review on Letterboxd also because fuck 'em, and more on that later. We are Indie Means Independent. Please subscribe and keep supporting indie film.